Hey guys, Chris here with the 9th limb. I'm at a rest area on my way to Oklahoma, and I'm going to teach you how to sit in a way that keeps your chest open and will give you a clearer connection of the reflection of your neck to your sacrum. Your sacrum is a reflection of your neck, but your neck starts at essentially the manubrium or the first rib circle. Also at the first rib circle is the scapula. That's where the top border of the scapula is. So if you're not super familiar yet with the scapula, which are these bones, there are two of them, they're your shoulder blades. You can imagine on your back there are these two triangles, and these triangles are what they call a right angle triangle. So one of the angles has a 90 degree, and then it's let's just say it's whatever the other angles are, 60 degrees or whatever they are, and 90, or I forget my trigonometry. But you have two right triangles, and the 90 degree angle, that angle is on the top inside corner of each scapula. So they point outwards towards the shoulder and downwards towards the butt, and the 90 degree angle is in the top inside corner near the spine. So what we want to think about is this scapula, what's called a posterior tilt. So we want the top part of the scapula to go back and the bottom part of the scapula to go forward. So a posterior tilt to the scapula. If you can imagine these two triangles on your back with the 90 degree angle on the upper inside corner of the triangles, and then you could imagine with your musculature, I'm doing it right now, the bottom corner going forward and the top edge, which is the first rib circle, going back. Bottom going forward, top going back. You do this while you're sitting, which is I'm sitting right now, and while I'm driving I'm sitting, and this is how one of the internal visualization techniques I use to keep my posture from just kind of falling apart because I'm in the car so much. So it's a posterior tilt. Most people, they live with a anterior tilt to the scapula, which creates rounded shoulders. So we want posterior tilt, but we don't want to use too much muscular to do that. That creates tension in itself. We try to compensate for our tension by tensing somewhere else, and so we end up just doubling our tension. We need to relax. Part of that is just bring your awareness to these two floating triangles that are on the back of your rib cage. We don't need to worry about the chest. I'm under a tree, so ants fall on me. Just these two triangles with a right angle on the upper inside that are floating on the back of the rib cage. Bring the top edge backwards and the bottom corner forwards, a posterior tilt. And just hold that image and hold that action of posterior tilting in your mind, and breathe and just go on with your day, and you'll start to realize some releases. I don't need to get into all the anatomy of what's that's doing with your chest, but if you feel a release in your chest, there are reasons why. Posterior tilt of the scapula, it's how you keep your posture when you're sitting all day. All right? I hope you got it. If you didn't get it, comment below. If you did, comment below. I want to know your experience with this, and definitely subscribe to my channel. Namaste.